Hello, esteemed students of now. I am Dr. Temilola Akpeno from the Department of Educational Foundations, Faculty of Education, National Open University of Nigeria. I'm the one that will be taking you in PED351 Adult Basic Education. Do join me. In this topic, we are going to discuss the concept of education. We are going to discuss history of education in Nigeria. We are going to discuss formal, informal, and non-formal education. Come along with me. The topic, like I said, is education in Nigeria. The learning outcomes for this topic is at the end of this discussion, you should be able to discuss the concept of education, discuss the history of education in Nigeria, discuss formal and informal education, and you should be able to differentiate between formal and informal education. The concept of education. Education is a form of learning in which the knowledge, skills, and habits of a group of people are transferred from one generation to the next through teaching, training, or research. It is also the art of imparting knowledge generally. It is the process of giving and receiving systematic instruction, especially at school. The renowned educationist John Dewey describes it as all one with growing without an end. You learn from cradle to grave. It is the process of facilitating learning or acquisition of knowledge, skills, values, morals, beliefs, and habits. Aristotle, in his own words, described it as the process of training man to fulfill his aim by exercising all the faculties to the fullest extent as a member of the society. Education in the pre-colonial era. The education had been as long as man. So the traditional Nigerian education, the Nigerian society had their own way of imparting knowledge, of giving instruction to their young ones. Though it was oral communication, it was not written, no one knew how to read or write. So the pre-literate society, in the pre-literate society, adults trained the young ones in the society oral, the knowledge and the skills they needed. It was never documented. Education during the colonial era. When the Europeans came was 1840 when education started in Nigeria. It began in Lagos, Calabar, and other coastal cities because of the advantage of the sea in those cities, and that was one of the reasons why education got to the southern part of Nigeria before the northern part. Christian missionary activities. Christian missionaries set up and funded schools. Why did they do this? We call them Christian missionaries. So the main aim was the gospel. They wanted to preach the gospel, but they also set up schools in order to get workers, to get interpreters, to get catechists. And so they were funding the schools with the proceeds, the offerings received from Sunday services. The attempt of introducing the gospel or school in the northern part of Nigeria was restricted. Why? Because the northern part already had Islam growing widely over there. So, and again, the political system in the northern part of Nigeria differs from that of the southern part. So their own system did not easily allow new form of intrusion or new form of religion. There are three forms of education: the formal, the informal, and the non-formal. The informal system of education is structured. it is organized, it is planned, it is curriculum, it is certificate based, and it involves trained personnel. The informal is not structured, is not planned, it does not involve trained personnel. In fact, it takes place anywhere, anytime. It involves everybody around. It can take place at home, in the church, in the mosque, in the media, or among peer groups. The non-formal education on the other hand, is planned but not within the regular formal learning. It is received through seminar, media, workshop, through conferences, or through being an apprentice under a professional person. The next slide is going to be on activity. Take time to study it. Thank you.